everyone, today I am really excited to show you this lovely gift I've received. Look, it's got a really pretty gift bag and a lovely label. I won't read it out, but I'll say it's from the lovely Cindy. So thank you, Cindy, for sending this to me. I shall just pop that away for a moment and show you what's inside. So it's this lovely book by Rita Berman, Spaziergang Durch die Jahreszeiten. Oh dear, never mind. I hope there's no one who knows how to speak German watching. But we've got this beautiful a wreath on the front, which is oh so pretty. Now this book is a compilation book of 4 of Rita's books, where she does a winter, summer, autumn and spring themed book, and this one has a little bit from each, which is brilliant. So we shall start by opening up and have a look through. Now I haven't done any of the translating of any of it, but I don't know if it's really going to be necessary. I'm just going to pull my light across, just brighten it up a little bit. I'd moved it away because I was photographing. I wasn't always happy with the photographs of it being too close. So you can see we've got a few pictures from each. So we've got some mushrooms and a boat. We've got a very pretty floral can, a watering can, and some wintry houses. So I was quite excited. I have to admit that I had a quick peep through the book because I was very naughty. And I really wanted to see what was in it, because although I have looked at all of Rita's books and flip-throughs, I didn't actually remember exactly what was in this one. So as you can see, we start with spring. So we've got these lovely little buds coming from springtime, and all our spring snowdrops in this picture with our sort of sticky buds, as we call them here in the UK, and also some crocuses and tulips and things. It's very pretty, and we've got spring blossoms and a nice floral. I've seen this one done quite a few times by various people. It's very pretty. And we have some rain. It does rain a lot in the springtime. I don't know if it does where you are. It certainly does here. In the UK, I think we're known for our rain anyway. We have some really interesting tree shapes in this one. More just pretty leaves. We have lovely birds. We have a bird theme in mine, Risa, the Europa book. Oh dear, I'm sorry, can't remember. But I love the 3D effects in these birdhouses from the bit of shading that Rita has done for us. That will really help us make it look fun. So yeah, there were plenty of birds through her books, which are rather cute, I do think. And we have a sort of garden scene here. So someone's been colouring in the garden, which looks like fun, and having a cup of tea. But also I'm digging in the soil. Less fun, I think. I know a lot of people love their gardens, but it's hard work, isn't it? We have a little fun farm type scene here going on, and a really cute bunny. So sort of Eastery perhaps. And the daffodils, very pretty. Oh, and we have our Easter eggs. We have a nice Easter theme still running through. And umbrellas, yep, definitely lots of rain. And again here over some buildings. This gives us something a little bit different. There's some cute cats as well. And here we have some ducks. Not sure. These are obviously waders with their long beaks. Not quite sure what type, but they're rather pretty. And one here with a fish. Maybe that's a kingfisher, an otter. Very nice picture there. And this one we have our veggies under the ground growing. And these actually not veggies at all. I'm just looking. We've got hyacinths and we've got crocuses and tulips and daffodils. Of course, we have all bulbs in the springtime. And we have other smaller spring images, which is quite fun. So we have birds' eggs and different things, strawberries, yeah, yum, and different flowers and things, gardening sort of scene going on. We have a really lovely tulip page. And more flowers and a very pretty building. Looks a little bit church-like to me, which is rather pretty. And we have some insects, bugs, nice cherries, different things going on here, and a lovely small floral, rather nice. And here we have a bench. We have a swallow. I think we're coming into summer, definitely. And we have some lots of flowers and things. And look at the swans and the cygnets. I saw a cygnet at the weekend actually. 2 in fact when I walked along the canal, getting quite grown up though, definitely teenagers. We have another floral wreath, and I saw this one coloured the other day, actually by Cindy, who gave me this book, and it was adorable. She made it look so pretty, so that'll be a really fun one to colour. We have some more florals and a lovely dragonfly, or is it I think it's a dragonfly. And then we have a nice beach scene. Look at the beach huts and the seagull. Great fun. Really pretty. And our beach wear. All sorts of different things to pick in there. Good to hop in and out of that page doing little bits and bobs. And another nest. Lovely eggs. Oh, look at the birds in the brolly. So cute. Sorry, I say brolly. Umbrella. Call them brollies. And a pretty cottage look with the creeper and lovely flowers, and in the garden, I don't know if this is a double page, may not be. We've got a cat in the garden, more florals. You could make that match, of course. And here we have a camping scene look, where we've got a tent, and look at the details, the little axe and the fire, leather fire. Wow, so cute. And here we have mandarin ducks, I reckon. Saw some of those on my canal too. We have them in the UK quite a lot now, but they're apparently they aren't a native species, but they're not considered to be invasive because they haven't uprooted or disturbed any other species. Very pretty. And we have some lovely little circular florals and a nice cup of tea. Lovely. I'm always up for that. I'll finish mine though. I have to go and get another one. We have our fruit market and all sorts of lovely preserves and things in this one. Maybe are we moving towards autumn, do you think, with all these fruits and preserves and things? I think we are. We've got a lovely sailing boat scene with more fruits going on. But we're still at the beach with our bike. Lovely. We're colouring again, like that. And we have a sort of camping scene with a boat as well, which is quite fun. And look at this. I do love this one, these boots. Full of flowers. Fabulous. Look like walking boots full of flowers. And we have a sort of foresty scene here. So we've got a cute cabin, I've got one of those in Slimbridge, which is a wild wetlands trust. I don't know what it is, but they just encourage you to climb on it and look at the view, so maybe that's what it's for. Got a cute little wild boar, and we've got these beautiful little triangle shapes to make a nice pattern in a town. And another town scene. Look at the leaves are blowing. We're certainly into autumn. Might be fun to do some autumn ones now. And these nice, aren't they cute? You've got all these sort of autumnal things. And of course on this side, this is quite stylised. I think that's quite fun. It's really different. We really make my imagination run wild to think about how to colour that. And the same with this. Looks like a quilt or something. I like that. I've seen this apple coloured a lot recently. It's really pretty. Have some trees, more rain, and lots of raindrops. Look at that. So you could do them all blues. You could do them all different colours. What fun. Oh, sunflowers. So pretty. And here we have veggies. See, I knew there was a veggie page. I think I've seen this one coloured quite a few times. I'm not sure what this is though. Is this a money tree? What do you think? It's fun, isn't it? And here we have kites. Look, they're all twisting together in the breeze and moving over to this side as well. Look at this tree. It's brilliant. Really well drawn. I do love it. And now we have a sort of autumnal floral fruit page. And look at that. Gorgeous. I love colouring those. Lovely mushroom / toadstool. And more leaves. We've got a nice page for autumnal colours to go on. And oh, pumpkins. I've seen these pages done quite recently too for sort of Halloweeny themes. They're quite fun. Oops, may leave those for next Halloween. Maybe. We'll have a think. We have another sort of autumnal leaf in all the bare fields. in a sort of path. Lovely little houses getting blown around. Oh, I've seen this one quite recently too. It's so cute with the wellies and the umbrella. There's so many little details in there. It's really nice. And look at this, just rain and puddles. Quite fun. Something really different. And we have our, is it a damselfly rather than a dragonfly? I'm not sure. Lovely florals, mushrooms and things. Look at these sleepy owl. I like that too. Pine cone. It's fun to colour. We have more of the same. Lots of acorns actually on this one. Strawberries, things like that. And here we have a lovely sort of square type wreath. Which looks really pretty. Oh, we're in winter. We're definitely snowing in this picture. My sister was very excited. She said she's forecast snow in a few weeks' time, but she lives further up north in the UK to me. We aren't forecast snow, but it made me think I need to get a move on and get my son some walking boots ready for when it does snow. So we have another snowy scene here with pretty houses. Look at that stocking hanging up there. Oh, this is cute. Cute little rabbit. Oh, a nice cup of tea. I think Rita likes her cups of tea. And look at this, lots of snowflakes. So sort of think about how to colour them maybe a little bit differently. And some winter trees. Oh, lovely lanterns. How pretty. I do love lights at Christmas. I've seen this one coloured very recently and it was gorgeous. So that's going to be a really fun one to do. Oops. And what do we have? Oh, Christmas baking. Look at that, all the cookies. Delish. I don't eat cookies anymore, but I do love to colour them still. We have a sort of pine cone that's really pretty. Look at that, very simple but pretty. And these lovely reindeers in between, or reindeer I should say, some tree details. Oh, cute little birds, look at them looking at each other. Oh. And this one's sitting on top of, I think it's an apple. Look at the icicles, very cold. And this is fun. We've got all sorts of different winter attire. So we've got our gloves and scarves, look, some knitting them, and different bits and bobs, mittens and socks. We have a wintry house scene, very nice. And lovely warm flame fire. Look inside, so you can do all sorts of nice warming windows with the wintry outside. This one's fun. Look, it's like an advent calendar. We've got numbers. What fun. Ooh, we could do one a day, couldn't we? I'm trying to look for number 11. So we've got 1 bell, 2 house, 3 heart, 4 present, 5 ball ball, 6 gift, 7 ball ball, 8 stocking, 9 glove, 10 glove. Oh, that's 11 the house, 12 the cookie, 13 the star, 14 a heart, oh, little precious doll, 15, 16 gingerbread house, 17 gift, 18 heart, 19 stocking, 20, I guess it's just a ball, isn't it? 21, little bird, 22 present, 23 bell, 24 cake, yum. Look at that boot, like a stocking. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's making me excited about colouring Christmas. Look at this Christmas scene. We've got so much going on. We've got the pretty buildings and shop stores and all sorts of people doing their shopping. Oh, lovely. And look at that Christmas tree. So cute, and all the bits and bobs on it. Really pretty. And we have a sort of cute Santa Claus here, I think. Father Christmas, depending on what you say. It's so cute. And look, we have, I saw this one done for November the 5th. In the UK, we have fireworks night on the 5th of November, where we set off fireworks. It's quite a long story to explain why we do that in the UK. But this is a New Year firework display, which have become, since the millennium, people seem to set off fireworks on New Year's now. They didn't used to. So lovely snow, all the pretty buildings in the cold. So lovely. Oh, we have a sort of mountain scene on this side. These cute little houses, look. And then we have skaters over here. And we have sparkly lights, beautiful heart decoration. That's really, really lovely. And that's the end. Wow, what a gorgeous book. I That is so pretty. As I say, I had a quick spin through it, but now I've looked again in detail. I'm getting really excited about colouring it. It's so, so pretty. So thank you, Cindy, for that book. Gorgeous. And thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed having a sneaky peek at the book. If there are specific pictures you'd like me to have a go at, drop me a message and I'll see what I can do. We'll see. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much and happy colouring. Hi everyone, I have completed this book by Rita Berman. Mein Spaziergang Durch die Jahreszeiten, means my walk through the seasons, and I thought I would show it to you. I'm really excited to having finished another book. It was one of the ones on my sort of goal list to finish this year because I knew I was fairly close to finishing it. So let's have a little look. Now this is a compilation book. Rita has got 4-month books, spring, summer, autumn, winter, and these are a selection of pictures from each of the books. I do have all of those as well. I also have a water book, a land book, Europa, and Asian. She's got a new book coming out soon, Africa, so it's all very exciting. But the fact that I finished this one, oh sorry, I hit the desk then, means that I can move on to the others, which is nice. I've been concentrating a little bit on this one because it was nearly finished, and I shall move on to back to the others. Some of the others, yeah, I think Lander might be my favourite, but I'm not sure. It's always hard to know, isn't it? But let's get on. A little tiny bit of colouring on this page. I just did these little bits. And then on this one we've got these pictures are actually the front title page pictures in each of the seasons books. I guess spring, summer. No, that's spring, that's winter. I don't really know. That's probably summer. But anyway, I just coloured them in quickly. It was a lot of fun. They're quite cute little ones, I felt. That's good. Okay, so let's get on to the pictures proper. Now, we've got some double page spreads, but this one, for example, I didn't try and make it match. We have a pastel background on this one and lots of yellow Posca pen to try and make these sort of catkins look a little bit fluffy, because it can be. It doesn't show up that well, but you know, I can see it myself here, but I don't think it's really translating on the camera, but it doesn't matter. And I thought this was a bit of snow. So catkins often come out right at the beginning of the spring, end of the winter, so I coloured it like snow. And here we have our first sort of springtime. So we've got catkins again. I coloured these in quite a different sort of colour. I guess these aren't really catkins, they're just little buds. These are catkins that hang down. I don't know whether these were snowdrops or crocuses. I decided to have a go at colouring something white, so I used a bit of grey to sort of tone it, and because of the background I thought it was okay and left the clouds white. I'm never too sure about white colouring, you know, but give it a go. This one has got a little bit of pastel in the background. It's quite faint. I don't know how easy it is to see. I've got a cloud template that I used to put a bit of pastel there, and I felt it was sort of a cherry blossomy type plant, so that's how I coloured it, with I've done little tiny dots in the centre. It might not be that easy for you to see. This one I did as if it was an African violet. I used to have an African violet as a child. I really like the sort of furry leaves. You don't really see them anymore. A houseplant in the UK, but I used to just like rubbing the leaves because they were soft. But as I say, I don't see them, but I'm going to a garden centre soon, so I may have a look. Who knows? I've got my father-in-law has given me some money to buy some plants for the garden actually, but I might buy some house plants. He wouldn't mind. So we have rain. I rather enjoyed colouring this sort of rainy page in just a sort of very small, like a grey blue cloud. I've got no idea what pencils these were. I really like that grey blue colour, as sort of, you know, and 2 different colour raindrops. It's quite different, And, you know, very imaginative of Rita, I felt. Now this one I've seen done in all sorts of ways, and I just wanted to keep it quite plain, and actually I really like that shade of green, so I just think it came out just how I wanted, really. And there's a bit of blue pastel in the background as well. The clouds are a little bit grey, so a limited palette. Again, we've got white snowdrops down here, a bit of an experiment for me, but there we go. This one, really simple. I think it's probably a little bit too plain, but all, you know, I just wanted, I was in one of those moods, I remember, where I really didn't want to think about colour, so I just grabbed a couple and went for it and just coloured. You know, some days you're just like, oh, I just want to colour and chill and I don't want to worry about too much. So it's a really good page for doing that sort of thing. And I think I did this as a buddy colour, and the sort of matching the greens a little bit across from this side. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but I just wanted the bird boxes to be different colours. So that's how I did it. Now this one I did quite recently, and there is a blue pastel in the background. It was too daunting to do a pencil background with this one, so I just swished a pastel in there once I'd done all the rest. I wanted to keep a fairly limited colour palette because there's a lot going on, and so that's why the houses are all the same colour. I think it helps you to pick out the sort of little details, like the picnic basket. It was quite a while since I did this one. There's another really similar one with a picnic basket that I did more recently, but I enjoyed doing all these different colour in the grass and things like that, you know. So I can't tell you what pencils I use for most of these because I've had the book quite a while, so I don't know. I know this was done with pastel tint though, the Castle Arts pencils, so I wanted to keep it really sort of spring-like and light and delicate, and sort of to match this one, which I'd already done, which I'm pretty sure is Prismacolor, and I'd only just got my Prismacolor, so I wasn't very used to using them, but so I wasn't really sure what I was doing. And in the background there is some pink cloud and a bit of green ground. I don't know how, I think it might come out on the camera, but it was a sort of obviously an Eastery type one. Now this page I did do a couple of videos from. I think one of the Easter eggs and maybe one of the daffodils as well, quite a long time ago. But I used pastel-y colours here. I may have used my Cores pastel pencils. I don't think I had my pastel tints then, and but not for these. I don't know what I used for these. And then there's again a cloud background with the stencil and a blue pastel. Lucky I've got a lot of blue pastels, isn't it? There's a lot. Now this I remember was a buddy colour, and I was really glad my friend chose it because I've been wanting to do it and for some reason just hadn't got round to it. And I just wanted to sort of, although I like a rainbow of colours but not in rainbow order, if you know what I mean, just a nice mix of colours, and keeping the flowers quite simple. So there was that one. I think this might have been a buddy colour as well. I took the colours of the umbrellas from this side, can you see? So we've got a green one and a pink one and an orange one and a purple one. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, and I really enjoyed colouring the umbrellas, trying to make this sort of shape with them and things like that. But the housing is in a pastel tones colours. I don't know what pencils that is that I used, but really pale. I just wanted the umbrellas to stand out and be really bright and more positive, because you know, a lot of the time when it's raining people are, but I just, yeah, it was fun. Anyway, so this one, I did this one and then I decided to make this one match, and I'm quite surprised how well I matched up the colours, because I even guessed what pencil set I used. I wasn't entirely sure, but I think I must have found the same sets and matched them up fairly well. So there we go. I mean, I know this is probably a kingfisher and I did it quite plain, but you know, that's how I decided. I don't know why I didn't do it all bright like a kingfisher, but yeah. Now we have our sort of floral bulbs. What I decided was to keep the bulbs all the same sort of colours to make the flowers really stand out, because that's what the page is really all about, isn't it? All these pretty flowers. So I could identify most of them, There are a few of them I wasn't too sure what they were, but I just made them pink. Now this was a series of videos, so these were available on my channel as series, each one in a separate video, so you can go and find those if you want to copy any or all of them. This one I wanted to add something to the background because there's a lot of background, so this is a yellow pastel and some gold stickles just to make a sparkle. And I did all the tulips in the same colours. I just wanted it to really jump out of the page. It certainly does that, doesn't it? Now here we have again some pastel tones in our clouds, but some brighter colours here to make them stand out. And I'm not sure if I tried to match across. I think, because there's a lot of colour transfer across here from this page, so I'm wondering if I did that one first. And this was another one where if you're just, you know, haven't got a lot of energy or don't want to put lots of thought into colour, it's a good one to do. Now, I'm trying to remember. No, I didn't do any of this as a tutorial. I'm not sure. I just seem to remember putting a lot of effort into this page. Maybe I was trying out a new pencil set or something. I don't know. I really like the colour of those ladybirds. And we have a silver and gold in this one, as well as all the florals. Now, these I did fairly recently. These pages, to be honest, I find slightly less appealing because there's so much detail. And I don't know what to do with this. You know, what is this? I really did. So what I did was I kept the colour palette more limited, so all the blossoms are the same colour. I suppose they probably would be anyway. And we've got a lot of pink florals, and a lot of the grass is the same, just to make it a little bit simpler for me, and all the butterflies the same colour. And that is pencil sky, but it's quite quick, you know. This one was a little easier because a lot of the detail are in these leaves, so I just kept them all the same colour. And I just did all the flowers. These two are the same and these two are the same, because the ones that look the same I coloured the same. And yeah, it was quite tricky doing the goslings because goslings are grey. They don't look like pretty. So, and I had no idea how to colour the swans. I put a bit of grey on her. So this one again, limited colour. I've used a set of pencils that bleeds into white pen here because my white pen's gone pink, which I find really irritating. It could be Black Widows, I don't know, Prismas, Black Widows, some castles, Artesas, they do it, but not all colours. I've started marking my colours that do that so that I don't accidentally use one when I want to use a white. I really liked doing this one. I like the way Rita draws her roses. I think they're really cute, and I just, you know, really enjoy colouring those. And it looks like quite a daunting picture, but I started, I think, with the background, and although backgrounds I know some people find tricky, I find once I blocked that out and the grass, then I sort of knew where I was at, really, and I could do the flowers and did a lot of similar colours through to make it simpler, and that sort of thing. And yeah, and then did a lot of blue bits in the house items, so it sort of tied together and it made colour choosing easy. I did do some geraniums. I thought they looked like geraniums. I don't know, maybe not. Now this one wasn't done as a double, but it sort of matches a little bit. Bear with me and I'll explain. This one, I just did a few really bold colours and kept all the greens the same, and then the colours jump out the page more, I think. Lots of little white dots, and we've got a pink background here, pink clouds though, with a sort of metallic pen on these little dots and stars. So this one was done long time after, and I sort of did similar. So we've got the same pink here, but we've got some purple as well, and we've got a different colour but metallic stars again. I can tip it so you can see. Actually, I don't think these aren't metallic. These are, but gel pen. And this one, you can see I used a white pen on those wings and it's gone neon pink. It's very irritating. If someone makes a white pen that has bleed proof white ink in it, they'll make a fortune. I need to try and commission one. How on earth do you do that? I don't know. Now this page daunted me, and as soon as I started I absolutely loved it. I had such fun. Started with the lighthouse. I like a red and white lighthouse, so that's what I did. And then I just thought I'd have a rainbow set of beach huts, and then I was just off. Had such fun. We kept the water and the sand quite plain and the fish all matching, and all the greens are the same and the flowers are the same, and that sort of ties it all together a little bit. And yeah, I just had great fun. So that was good, and I did it really quite quickly. Although I colour everything quickly, don't I? I do spend longer on some pages than others, and it just depends on the intricacy and if I dig a background, etc. See, pages like this can take me a lot longer because there's so many separate items, unless I stick to a limited colour palette or something. So we have all our beachy summer items on this page. Yeah, I didn't do anything spectacular. I just got my colours out and had a good time. This was a buddy colour. I've seen this page coloured really beautifully by Colour Bright Bex, and it inspired me to do something with a rainbow. Now hers is very bright rainbows, I think. I can't really remember. But I did something slightly different, so I did a more of a pastel-y colour rainbow. I've got no idea what pencils I used, but they're not, it doesn't look to me like they're pastel tone pencils. I just used them lightly, if you know what I mean. And so each bird and the feathers are all the same. So once I decided to do that, it took all the choice out of the page, which made it a lot quicker. I decided to match the egg colour to the umbrella colour to balance it out, keep all the leaves and the berries the same colours, and then it's very quick. I don't and ah over colour choices very much. It just takes too long. I want to get one in colour. That's what I enjoy. The background is a faint yellow pastel. Okay, this page I did first. I did this one much more recently. Again, this one was a little bit daunting, but once I got the roof and the house colour sort of blocked out, then I could just get on through and enjoy the roses again and the florals and things. So yeah, and I tried to do a sort of mix of colours. Sometimes that doesn't really work for me, but I think it's okay. See, in this one I decided to do pastel colours for the human things. It sounds weird. So the books and the furniture and the bunting and the lights and things, and then similar colours but brights for the flowers and the grass and the sky. So that's how I did it. There's no yellow in the florals, but yeah, that's okay. So yeah, it was a bit different. Bit of an experiment, I guess. Now this intrigued me because we have this sky and I wasn't really sure what to do here. I could have coloured a bit more, but I decided to leave it white, so it's sort of the clouds in the bottom frame it. I don't know if that was just me being lazy or what. And again, lots of details going on here, but I decided to try and tie it together, making the tents and the caravan the same colour to sort of pull it together a bit. But I think there's too many greens. It's just a bit too overwhelming for me, all these greens. Perhaps I should have just done one for the grass and one for the rest. Or maybe one for the grass, one for the trees and one for the leaves, the little plants. I don't know, it's just a bit too much of a mishmash in my eyes, you know. So, yeah. Now this one I did quite a long time ago. You may remember it. I spent absolutely ages colouring the frog and the lily pads. I really had a lot of fun with those. And the dragonflies I had a lot of fun with. I'm trying to work out what pencils I used. I'm struggling. I have no idea. The sun was I always enjoy doing those sorts of skies. So I sort of took the bright and faded it across both sides. These are mandarin ducks. I haven't seen any this year yet. We get them on our canal. They are gorgeous. They're not quite that bright, but they really are bright. Look them up if you've never seen one. They are beautiful, and I'm looking forward to seeing some. There used to be lots, clusters of them, but I haven't seen any lately. But anyway, I kept the butterflies the same colour and the dragonflies the same colour to sort of balance it. And although there's a lot of colour here, I feel this looks much more balanced than the one before. Oh yes, this was just, again, a relaxation piece. Grab a couple of pencils and just chill and colour and enjoy, you know. Whereas this one, again, roses, which I just had great fun with. And trying to keep these colours the same, which worked really well until I did the apple. And I think I should have done it green because it just looks wrong. And I'm not sure about this. I think I should have done it as a lime, but you don't really have lime tea. But anyway, it was a bit of an experiment. We have our market. Again, this was a buddy colour. Now, here we've got lots of different colour greens, and I think it somehow works. So I don't really know what the secret is. I'm still learning, as we all are. So, you know, I really should have gone over the blackboard with a bit of white to make it look like chalk or something. But I love colouring fruit and veg, so yeah. And this one, again, we've got more fruit and veg. I ended up with lots and lots of pink because it seems to be cherries and blackberries and strawberries and everything seemed to be pink. So that was, even my chilies are a pinky red. So that was interesting. Oh, it's a train going by. And another page with lots of veg. These cherries are a very strange colour. I kept adding colour because I couldn't get them right, and in the end I just gave up. I couldn't get the right colour that I wanted with the set of pencils that I chose, and I couldn't tell you which ones they are, but I just like, oh. I think they could be Arteza Premium, although that's a pear colour from the Arteza Expert, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm not sure. This one is the one, this is actually the cover of her summer book, and I noticed that she'd left quite a lot white, Rita, on her cover. Now that's partly because she hadn't coloured it all, but I decided to do the same thing and I was okay with it. Like the sky is above the cloud and then it's a little bit just fading up, and yeah, I thought that worked okay. And it's sort of a double page. I coloured it as a double page, I think, because the water is the same colour going across here as is the sky. And this bit going across here, look. But they are really two separate, because this water doesn't go across here. So it's a little, I was a bit confused. I put some stripes into my lighthouse because red and white, got to have it, got to. That's what I think anyway. And I tried to balance the colours across from page to page. So the bike is the colour of the cherries and the umbrella is the colour of this flower. And those purples are sort of like this, and that's like the rose. We've got watermelon on both sides, you know, so I try to balance it a bit, and I think, and that's like the sun, I think it helped a little bit rather than that mishmashy page. I think it, you know, but the greens are different, so that might not have been the best idea. And there's no sandy colour. The houses, yeah, I did the houses in the sort of sandy colour, that's right. You know, I tried. This one I did a long time ago. Trying to remember what with. The compass looks nice. Impressed myself. Looks really metal-y, doesn't it? This one I did as a buddy colour. There's a bit of grey in the background. I'm not really sure how well that has really worked. I think it probably would have looked better if it would just been left with white. But I know that I had spent a lot of time on the shoes trying to get a bit of shade and shadow in there, and I learned a lot actually. That's good. Now this one I thought I'll stick to a limited palette and it will work better, and I think it would have looked a bit messy had I tried lots of different colours. So we've just got the same colour green going across here. same colour for all the tree trunks, same colour for all the ground. The leaves are all the same colour and that sort of thing. I think I used my Derwents for this, and maybe the hogs could have stood out a little more, but I don't know if I really wanted anything to sort of jump off the page, you know. So now again, this one was just a relaxation page, and if you look carefully you can see it goes dark, mid, light, mid, dark, mid, light, mid, dark, greens all the way through, and it was just, you know, I tried to make it darker around the outside of the triangle and lighter in the middle, just to practice my sort of shading sort of techniques. So yeah, this one, I've seen this coloured beautifully, and you know, I had a go. I'm never quite sure what colour to colour houses, so I sort of sometimes go for this sort of brick reddish colour, but they kept the roofs the same rather than going a grey. I did the grey underneath for the wall and things, but I like the fact that it's a limited palette. I think that works really well. This is the one, the picnic table one, that I did more recently, because it's the same. I've got the same sort of detailing. I was trying out a new set of pencils, so wasn't really sure what to expect from all the colours. I can't remember which set it was, but it means that maybe the greens aren't as vibrant as I would have done it otherwise, you know, that sort of thing. We've got a bit of blue pastel in the sky, just really easy, and a bit of green pastel behind here. I don't know if I really like the colour of that either, but you know, I was just experimenting, really trying something new. So that's got to start somewhere when you've got a new set. Now this, I remember, was done with Giorgione pencils, and I picked a really dark green, and I'm not too sure about it really, but the orange definitely stands out. So I think I'd do it very differently when I do that one again, because obviously I'll do all of these again when I do my spring, summer, autumn and winter books, because they're all in there. So it's going to be really fun to do something, do them again, but in a different way. This one I felt I rushed a little bit. I don't know why. I think something happened and I needed to get it done for some reason or another. But I felt like the mice looked like they could probably be done a little, they ought to be standing out, but I didn't really know what colour to do them, and I tried a few different things. I was like, So that was a bit of a shame, but I stuck again to a limited palette, blue, red flowers, blue butterfly, same colour green, just to try and keep it all melding together. Now this one, I did this apple. I really enjoyed doing this apple. Picked a few colours and just, I think this to me looks like Arteza Expert pencils, and just went for it. There's a bit of cloud in the background. And then when I came to doing this page, I tried to match it up a little bit. It's not exactly, they're completely different colours, different pencils I should imagine, but it's similar, so it ties together. The only thing is this red and the pink. I'm not sure how well the red and the pink goes together, but when you look at it from a distance and stand back and just, I think, yeah, I'm happy. Now we have another tree one. We had the one at the beginning that I really liked, that I did in the green like that, but this one is a little bit different, and I did it in a sort of rainbow instead. I don't think I like it quite so much, but it, you know, it's nice to have something a little bit different for that one. And this one, as well as colouring all these raindrops in different shades of blue, I think I just grabbed whatever set this is. I just used every blue across it. I think it looks like castles to me. That looks like the ultramarine. And then in the background, I don't know how easy it is to see, there's some grey cloud that I did with the stencil. So I just thought it would be really, really interesting to just try and do some murky grey clouds behind the raindrops. Now this one, I used a colour cube card for, and had obviously these various colours in it. Now, looking at this after, I really think I should have used this colour for the centre of a flower and this colour for the leaf. I think it would have looked much better, but it's done now, you know. The colour cue cards stretch my imagination, but I do make mistakes, and that's how it is. So this one's really similar to our flower bulb picture, except this time we've got veggies. I tried to identify them, so I worked out that this was probably a carrot, but I think that's more likely to be a carrot. It could be a yellow carrot though. I think actually I coloured all those as carrots because you come in different colours, and a beetroot and turnip maybe, and then I had no idea what that was. That was a turnip actually, parsnip, I don't know. Anyway, and then I remember when I did my flip through of this book, I had no idea what these were, and I said, oh, maybe it's a money tree and that's coins. Of course they're potatoes, I think, but that there we go. Okay, so this is our sort of windy day. I wanted something, I wanted to try and keep the colour, a limited palette again. I keep saying that over and over. I'm really boring, aren't I? But I did lots of different greens for the for the base. I think this is done using Polycolour, I think. Not sure. So I did lots of greens, but kept it. I really liked this one. And I decided that I would keep the kites all the same colour because I thought it would make it look, it wouldn't look so messy in the sky because we've got all this tangle of different kites and things. So that's what I did. The background is another cloud stencil with some blue. I think the blue is a little bit dark, but yeah, maybe not. Yeah, that's that one. There is a tutorial for this one, not for this one though. I don't know what I used for that. It looks really vibrant. I don't know. I'm trying to recognise that apricot colour because you don't get that in many sets, but I've got no idea. But there's that. I like that one. But yeah, this one was done as a tutorial just to show you an idea for colouring something. This picture is quite different to the rest. It's drawn in a really different way, which is the black lines are much thicker and darker, so I thought it looked a little bit daunting in a way, so I just did a little colouring tutorial on how you could do it and sort of encompass some of the design but not all of it to make it, yeah. And really enjoyed doing those berries, as I always do. So this picture, I was trying out a set of pencils that I had, and I thought I would just do a rainbow to try out all the different colours. I am trying to work out what set they were because it wasn't that long ago. Don't know. I mean, look at that colour. You don't get that in every set, do you? No idea. Anyway, lots of browns as well. Don't know. But anyway, this is not many yellows, are there? Lots of browns, but interesting. And these are a bit pale for this picture, I think. More sort of like, anyway. Now this page, this one I did a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure that there's a tutorial for just this one pumpkin, just to give you an idea of how to colour that sort of thing. And then I did the rest, and just, I've got a star stencil, and just did that and some dots. I think the dots might be metallic. Yeah. This one I did much later on, used a similar method, so they sort of matched, and kept the background quite similar colours. Now when I first saw this page I thought, oh, that's a bit plain. But I really liked trying out different greens in the background, and the simplicity of it actually became quite appealing. You can see I did different colour browns for the tree trunks. Wasn't really sure what that was, but yeah, doesn't matter. Did all the leaves the same colour. Splodgy splodgy pastel in the sky. Quite simplistic still, kept that simplistic feel to it. Now this one is Giorgione pencils. I recognise the that colour green because it's quite a unique green, shall we say. But you can see I kept a limited palette on the Wellington boot and on the whole thing really, and did some autumnal leaves. It's really mucky on there because this colour is transferred over. I remember these. I can't remember what pencils. It looks like castles to me, but I know that ultramarine blue colour went bright pink when I put white on it, so I went over the top of the white with the silver to hide it. Now this is my favourite page in the whole book. I really like the stripy background, the whole design of every item, how it's drawn. I just loved the whole page. The fact there's berries has got nothing to do with it, obviously. This colour with Derwent Lightfast pencils, I just had a whale of a time of colouring that. I just really enjoyed it, so that's my favourite. So when it came to doing this page, I was like, oh, that one's so nice, what am I going to do? So I had to forget about that page. And with all this background, I decided to just do clouds. So we've got red to orange, like a, you know, just to make it a bit more interesting, so it's not all the same colour. So that's how I did that. And our little owl friend is asleep. Trying to think what pencils I might have used, but I don't know. So we've got some more autumnal things here. Lots of blackberries, like those. And this one has got some sparkle in it, because we're moving into winter. So we've got some, I don't think it's going to show up unless I tip it like that. The pen is actually gold glitter, but it's a blue pen with gold glitter, I think. So it's that one. But now we move into winter. Now the winter pages I finished a really long time ago, because I think one year I didn't have a Christmas book, so I did all these, so that was fun. So this one, yeah, it's a lot of blocky things going on, but the snow is done in a sort of blue metallic pen in the sky. Snow. There is bits of snow down here in white pen as well. Now this one again, lots of sky, and I think, what am I going to do? So I did a sort of pastel, but with the different colours, which came out quite well, I thought. Although it's quite tricky trying not to go over the edge of the cloud. But anyway, and there is glitter somewhere. There was glitter everywhere. The snow that's landed on the bushes and houses and trees is a glitter. But it's just gone everywhere. It's all over here. That's the problem with glitter, it just spreads everywhere. Yeah. And this one is also got a glitter pen on it. So I used Distress ink. Did I? I don't think I did. I think that's pastel, because I've got a Distress ink I think I used some Distress ink and some pastel or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's on top of the snowflake designs are done in a glitter pen. This one is done with just pencils in the background, just splodges of different colour, sort of blended together. And there's lots of snowy dots all over it, and there are snowflakes drawn on it, which you can see if I turn them to the light are done with a silver pen. Yeah. Now these, I just wanted to make them look like they were on, so they were shiny in the middle. It isn't that good, but it was my first sort of try, so that was okay. This one I really liked. The picture, so I sort of spent time thinking and planning. So these flowers I tried to make look gold. They look a bit orangey to me, but yeah. And the poinsettias and things. And I didn't do any sparkle. I didn't think it needed it. So this one's got some metallic on these, but this one's got no sparkle. Now I don't know why I decided that pink was a good idea. I think maybe because I don't use pink very much, so I probably thought, let's use some pink for a change. And so Christmas cookies in pink, it's a bit unusual, isn't it? Especially as we've got some greens and reds and things. We're probably better off doing them in red, really. But, you know, I'll have another go in my other book at some point in time, and might make them really different. So these are gold. Anyways, this one I wanted to do something. I think when Rita Berman does colouring, she often mixes a lot of colours together and it looks really good. So I thought I would have a go with my pastels in my background, mix together all sorts of pastel colours. There's metallic pen on the swirly bits, and then on the edges of the pine cone there's glitter pen to look like frost. So I really had a whale of a time. And then this one, I sort of felt like I wanted to match a little bit, but I used pencil for that background, and unfortunately I've drawn the stars on the background in white pen, and the pink has bled into the white, so we've got some neon pink stars and some white ones. But you know, what can you do? Not a lot. And I tried to make the reindeer look a little bit furry and kept them looking quite plain. The background is obviously the star of the show. Sometimes that's not a good thing because you know, the reindeer, but I think it's fine. I think it works. Okay, now this one I tried to do a gold pattern on the bird box, and I'm not really sure how it's come off really. I don't know why it's not really worked. But anyway, the actual box is a really pretty brown colour. I like that colour. I don't know what pencils I used, and I did their Christmas jumpers in green and red because that's what I associate with Christmas. So that's that. And the background is done in a pencil. It's a really pretty colour. Oh, I wish I knew which ones I'd used. I've got no clue. I don't recognise that colour of green or that colour of blue. Never mind. This guy, he's got blue pastel again in the background, and the swirly bits are done in metallic silver pen, and the icicles on the branches are done in glitter pen. You can see how much shinier they are. And I kept my apple red and green, partly because that's the colours of apples, but also it's Christmassy, so that was my thinking there. And the bird sort of silvery like Christmas, winter, you know. But these aren't Christmas colours. You know, sometimes you want to do something a bit different. So we've got our sort of purples and pinks and blues going on there for all our knitted items. Now again, a splodgy multicoloured sky for a bit of fun, but this time I sort of ignored the clouds and just went over them with the colour. I think it worked a lot better than trying to go around the edge and not colour them, you know. And all the cloud edges and the snow is done in glitter pen, or I don't know if that's showing up maybe a little bit. The houses all the same colour brickwork and then the same colour roofs to tie it together. All their windows are the same colour, and it just makes it, because we've got so much colour going on here, it just ties it together, and I think that has worked. Now this calendar, I recorded a video for this last year before last, can't remember. So there's a video for each day of that one. And we have the boot, which is sort of linked. I didn't do them at the same time, but I remembered what colour I did the beads. So I did it really colourful. I think I would do it really differently if I did it again. Even though I really like it, I think I would make it look a little more Christmassy and less sort of colourful. The same as this. I might stick to a more limited colour palette, but you know, it's okay. Now the market, this was a very overwhelming picture for me again. Now what I've done with the sky is it's a glitter pen, so that was interesting. I kept all the houses the same colour, and the sort of lights in the windows and the sort of backs of the stalls, and all the items in the stalls and the people's clothes and things are all the same colours, so the same greens through, the same blue, the same red, and it just made it a lot less daunting for me and more enjoyable. And with this one again, limited palette, wanted to do the sort of traditional green, red and gold Christmas tree colours, so that's what I did. And yeah, there's some sparkly gold pen on there, or it could be metallic, I'm not sure, on some of the items. And Father Christmas. Now this is supposed to look like gold as well, but again, it doesn't quite work. I think perhaps it's not dark enough at that end for it to look shiny there. I think that might be part of the problem, I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's certainly nice and bright and cheery, so that's good. These golds have come out much better. I think that's a Prisma. This might have been when I was just learning how to do gold, to be honest. When I first learned, I only knew how to do it with Prisma. Because, yeah, that's how I learned. But we've got quite a lot of sparkle and gold and things going on there. Now this one is basically some very plain houses. They are coloured in a really light yellow. You could, like a champagne-ish colour. It might not be showing up. With the same colour roofs. And the snow on them is done with a glitter pen. And then every firework is done with a different glitter pen. I had a big box of them. I've got one left, I think. I have got my Sakura ones. Now this one has a metallic pen background, and then most of the snowflakes are just coloured in pencil, with these being done in glitter. I'm not sure if that was a good idea, to be honest. I don't think they stand out that well, but it was an experiment and I will do it differently next time. And same as this one. I've seen this coloured beautifully, but mine, meh, is alright. And we've got some glittery snow on the mountains. We've got some dots of white snow on the trees and things, and then some sort of metallic snow around here. Now this one, this star, that star has got no shine to it whatsoever. I think I coloured it in a Staedtler metallic pen, which they aren't shiny. I don't really understand what's going on with them. The same as this silver. It's a dull colour. It's quite strange. These trees are very bright, aren't they? Wow. Really vibrant. I don't know what I used, but you can see again we've got a limited palette. We've got pink and purple houses, which is a little bit different. Purple mountains, blue glaciers, and some red prezzies and things, and some sort of bits of gold on there. And the people, the people are quite brightly coloured. I wanted them to stand out really, but their pond is also done in a sort of glittery pen. This one is quite a dull look. I used a set of pencils that aren't very vibrant. I can't tell you what they were, but I quite like the muted look. Now this one is certainly not muted. There you go. What I did with this is I used some grey pastel in the background, so it's quite dull actually. Used some red pencil all over it, and green. Use some black stickles on the starry bits or snowy bits, and then some diamond stickles all over this. It's made the paper really crinkly, look, because I used so much stickle, it went really wet, but it was fun and it's pretty. And there we go. So because it was the last page, it doesn't really matter too much. So that's the end of that one. So that was that. I enjoyed colouring that book. I do have a flip through of the empty book if you want to look at that as well. And as I say, there's a few tutorials from here, but I've got her other books as well, and I will start to do I will do some more tutorials. I know I've done some from Asian and Europa. I've done some from them all really, but there will be more to come. But that's that one. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment. Thank you, and happy colouring.